Welcome back, everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite, which I'm guessing we're at the end of Gill's route. Things got a little weird after our nice night of passion with Gill. Lynette saw some messages on his phone and decided to misunderstand things, thinking that maybe Gill was writing mean things about her when that wasn't the case. So she decided to throw the baby out with the bathwater and just go up to Celestia and just say bye, throw out her whole life and just return to heaven. And then things got a little bit more weird because like Gill is like looking for her. And, like, Clarice and Alan are kind of in on it, too, giving him clues about where she is. And he ends up building a car that can reach Celestia. And here we are. We're probably going to see him just, like, barge in on his custom car. A pink, I don't know, named it Bumblepig. And it's probably on its way. Alright, let's start this chapter looking for lost parasite love. Cupid, you got another list. I'm counting on you. Dad's divine beast continues to bring me list after list of couples that need to be separated. Seeing this towering stack is utterly disheartening. There's no end. At first it was fine, but I'm starting to lose my cool over this and have some serious doubts. Like, separate the whole world. No one's gonna be in love at this rate. This may reduce arguments, but it won't help the poor marriage rates in the human realm at all. These days, I'm constantly getting lists of couples that have communication problems. If a couple can't communicate properly, they should still try to hear each other out. There's no need for me to ruin things. I mean, that's what you did. You had a communication issue with Gill, and now here you are. It's strange to have the gods step in a situation like this, but maybe those couples don't want to break up. And yet, we gods are forcing them to separate because we want to avoid strife. Truly, the gods are quite arrogant. Are you realizing what you're doing now? I look at a name on the list and let out a shocked gasp. It reads Galen Lovecraft. No, you're gonna break them up? But he's tried so hard to, like, get his fiancée to love him. Even, like, working hard to try to like cars. This is Gill's brother. He was listed with the note, a couple who suffers from misunderstandings due to bad communication. Separate them. There's more to it than that, though. Seems like Gill's brother still hasn't opened up to his fiancée. Still, I don't think using the leaden arrow to break them up is the right choice. After all, I know that Galen loves his fiancée deeply. Breaking them up is nothing short of a cruel tragedy. If I went through with this, I feel like I would be turning my back on my role as Cupid. Suddenly, I remember a book I read as part of a university assignment. There was a story about a fairy that brought ruin and heartache to couples by using a droplet of love without care. Right now, I feel exactly like that fairy. Except I'm no trickster fairy. I'm the god Cupid. I put my hand over my heart as I look over the list. If I had a fall in love arrow, I could turn this situation around. But I've only got my divine powers. I had originally planned on using the power of humans at Cupid Court, but that's all in the past now. Still, it's not too late. I can return to the human realm and give Galen some advice. I can even guide them towards the sound of wedding bells. I still want to help my clients get married. I want to do that with my own skill and not with my arrows. That's right. I can always go back. I look at the list and felt a sharp ache in my chest. A couple who suffers from misunderstandings. Matches Gill and I. Keep telling others to open up and talk, but I don't have a leg to stand on. I left Gill without saying anything to him. I was enraged at the time, but I was also panicked from seeing Dad's divine beast. I came back without thinking things over. I want to see Gill so badly right now. I want to see him and talk with him. But what if he lies to me again? I remember Gill's face during our date, and my stomach fills with a heavy sense of dread. This is the first time I realized how much of a coward I had become since falling in love. People are often unable to speak their mind, at least to misunderstandings, which eventually leads to breakups. I told Gallon what to do like I knew it all, but in the end, I'm just as bad as he is at communication. I'm so scared. I'm terrified that things will fail even after I try. What should I do? Get a taste of what Gill felt for the past 2 years. Like, he loved Lynette, but he was scared of, like, telling her directly in case everything failed. I crouched down and pressed my chest into my knees. I lost all will to shoot the leaded arrow through the spring. I tossed the list aside and laid down on the stone altar, just wanting to quit it all. Then someone entered the room. Cupid, have you seen today's list? Oh great, Dad's here. Thought about ignoring him, but then he would get all huffy and start throwing punches, so I got up. Yes, I did, but I don't think this couple should be broken up, Dad. What? Don't be foolish, child. Do your job, as deemed necessary by the 12 Olympians. 'Tis your duty. But that would mean breaking up a couple with true potential, and further reducing marriage rates. Are you sure about this? The decline would only be temporary. After all, fields must fall fallow for crops to grow. Do you understand what I mean? You're talking as if this is a fire fallow cultivation and not human lives. Burn too much and you'll lose precious crops, Dad. Well, if I've made a mistake, then you can reunite them with your love arrow. However, I don't think that will be necessary. Dad is so selfish and self-centered. I shifted away from him with a glare. That'd be a waste, Father. You could potentially cost them years that they could have spent together. Human lives are brief, yet they are still trying to do their best to nurture their understanding of love. I feel sorry for them when God's intervened and ruined their lives on a whim. Please, please, Dad, don't do that to them. Are you spouting nonsense again? Child, I had assumed you would come to understand human foolishness down there. Humans are only capable of creating strife and war, especially at a drop of a hat. They need us to guide them. Cease your needless worry of them. Simply shoot your arrows, Cupid. Do that and you'll have no more human woes. See, this is exactly why I hate the way gods handle things. Leave humanity's woes to humans. If you let them fret, they'll easily sow the seeds of strife. Humans can't resist strife and devastation. You know that well. That's simply not true. However, will Dad understand how I feel? After living in the human realm, I met many wonderful people there. True, there's problems aplenty. Strife certainly could happen too. But humans live their lives with firm, earnest conviction. I was able to learn that by meeting and living with Gill. Gill was the first human I met after I first came to the human realm from Celestia. Because of my ability to trust in Gill, I grew to like humans. And I could have just went the other way. Could have roomed with someone bad, and then probably would have been just like her dad. That's right. Gill was always so kind to me. Why can't I believe that's his true nature? I realize that, and I feel everything click in place. How could I have doubted Gill in the first place? Gill was always there to accept me as who I am. Do your duty and finish that list. That is your role as Cupid. Dad grabs my arm and drags me back to the matchmaking spring. Oh, obey him, but politely ask him to go, or smack his hand away. I'm gonna smack. Shook his hand away on reflex. I said no! What? His deep, booming voice caused me to have goosebumps. This is bad. Really bad. Dad is seriously angry with me. So I see. This is how you've chosen to behave after I endured your foolishness. I will endure this behavior no longer. The human realm has been a poor influence on you. I have no choice. Come, Cupid. Dad seizes my arm. Being the god of war, his strength is immense. Can't resist as a weaker deity. I tried to pull away, but nothing changed. His grip was sure and fierce. Wait, Dad! Where are you taking me? To solitary confinement, Cupid. 50 years alone will help you learn the error of your two human ways. 50 years? Gill will be an old man by then. Considering how long Dad has existed, it must feel a mere few days to him. But in the human realm, 50 years is almost an eternity for them. If I'm locked up for that long, I'll never see Gill again. No, I refuse to be separated from Gill for so long. No, Gill! Oh, what was that sound? Suddenly, a roaring sound echoed all around us. An earthquake rattles the entire area. Do you hear? Dad quickly lets go of my arm and goes running towards the sound. I hastily follow after him. We arrived almost at the same time to see an explosion. What I saw there left me dumbfounded. A car was stuck in the side of the tree that serves as a gateway to the human realm under the approval of Lord Jupiter. And in that car was Gill. She even wore a suit. Lynette! Oh, you're really here! Her knight in shining armor is here, but instead of riding upon a white horse, he's here in a pink convertible. I don't know if it's a convertible, but I'm guessing it's gonna transform. If it's called Bumblebee, I can probably guess what it's gonna do. Gill, what are you doing in Celestia? I came to see you. I'm here just for you. Couldn't believe that he was here before me. I just stood there in shock. There's no denying it. There he was. Gill came for me. He really, truly came for me. And he's dressed in a suit. Oh, Gill! Like, acting like taking her to prom or something. Your prom date is here, Lynette. Cupid, cease this! Dad snatches my arm as I ran in Gill's direction. I was yanked back. Ah! Lynette! Seeing me falling, Gill leapt from the car, but Dad stood between us like a wall. You must be the human who tricked my daughter! How dare you! Oh. Ah! Dad slammed his mighty fist next to Gill's feet. A direct hit will probably kill poor Gill. At this rate, Gill's as good as dead. Dad's warlike temperament is back in full force. He truly is the god of war. Dad is the kind of god who thinks humans owe us fealty. He would never stoop to talking with a human. Gill, no! If you stay here, my father will kill you! Run while you can! No! I finally get to see you again! I won't go anywhere unless we're going there together! What? You puny mortal human! How dare you think my daughter is a prize to be taken as you will! I can sense that Dad is charging up his energy. Yet in the face of the god of war, Gill isn't flinching. Wait, sir! Dad! Puny mortal human, I am not your dad! You're the human who's wounded Cupid, are you not? My daughter was weeping while saying your name. Dad, you're watching that? Of course, you foolish child. I am your father. It is my right. Huh? You were calling my name? Don't be happy about that. Gill doesn't look so happy about that right now. You made her cry, you cheating scoundrel. Human men cannot keep their hands to themselves. Mendacious souls that they are. I would never cheat on her. I've loved her and only her since we first met. Humans spit lies like the cheap words they are. A love based on lies will never last. I swear upon my soul to love her for the rest of my life. And even if you don't believe me, I still need to talk to her. Gill takes a step forward and revealed the screen on his smartphone. That hateful article titled Lynette Mirror, the Scam Artist, is there shining bright on the screen. Lynette, listen to me. I know you probably saw the article, but I was trying to prevent it from being published. Gill continued to explain the situation. The author of the article was a Cupid Corporation competitor. He got a tip from a colleague at Outroad who was helping him to figure out who wrote it and how they could stamp it out. The message Gill had received was from his colleague who got a copy prior to the publication. But I stopped the article before it went public. That's why it's gone. Those baseless, ugly rumors never went public. I truly don't want you to get hurt. Please believe me, Lynette. Gill. I know that he lied to me previously. However, Gill wasn't lying now. Like a hot knife, his words cut to my core. He's so straightforward, and right now I can tell that Gill's telling the truth. I'm such a fool. Gill is too kind-hearted to write a smear article about me. Despite confirming our love for one another, I lost control of my emotions and forgot how to remain calm. My vision blurred from the tears while I nodded in reply to his words. Okay. Okay, I believe you, Gill. Lynette! I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions about the article, Gill. It's alright. I've been doing the same thing. He smiled bashfully and chanced another step closer to me. I eavesdropped on your conversation with Clarice that day. I decided my path in life by those words. When you said you were happy, I jumped to all sorts of conclusions and assumed we were already dating. Compared to that, your misunderstanding is so much smaller. Plus, this lets me see you again. Gill smiles innocently at me and holds his hand out for me to take. As far as still in the room, right? Just watching this whole love affair. So, let's go back home together, Lynette. Please, let's. Oh, naughty Cupid! I won't let you go! Oh, hello. I reach out to take Gill's hand, but Dad blocks me once again. It's not gonna be that easy. Remember what I said, daughter. Humans lie as often as the sun rises and sets. His fickle heart will change in no time. I think the gods lie just as much, considering what Mars has done in the other routes. I won't give up. That's the fate of the lovelorn Parasite. You are a mere human. My daughter is Cupid. Should I take you at your word that you can love her truly, even knowing that? Of course you can. She's always been my angel since we first met. That won't change now. After shouting that, Gill unlocks his smartphone and shows his photo folder to Dad. Oh no, did he take like secret pictures of us? Just look at how angelic she is. Showing her off like it's like your child or something. Oh no. Uh, this is so weird and cheesy. She's like, hey, God of War, look at this cute picture of your daughter. Hmm? My sweet angel folder. Angel? Oh God, that's what he meant. I've been stashing away secret snapshots of her ever since we met. A little creepy, but okay, Gill. When the heck did he have time for this? Weirdo? There are countless photos of me sleeping, eating, and smiling. Okay, the sleeping is a little creepy. But Lynette will probably forgive him, because she loves him. Gill, you were secretly taking all these pictures of me? Voyeurism and smut! Are you some sort of stalker? Oh no! Even he's aghast. Oh, come on, it's not smut. It's not like she's naked. Come on. Call me what you want, as long as you believe in my unchanging, undying love for her. I've thought about her every single day since I met her. I treasured looking after her and helping her understand the human realm. She gave my life meaning. I would do anything for her. I just can't. The look on Mars' face is just like it. I look at it, I just can't stop laughing. Even when I ate alone, it was always her favorite foods. I even read books she liked. When she was around, I felt so lonesome that I looked at these pictures. I'd even clutch the eraser she gave me as reassurance. Oh no. That's not healthy. In my mind, I created a version of her that I could talk with. With that image, I could fantasize about being reunited with her. I've dedicated all my heart and soul to her. I put aside my own dreams. Caring for her gave me the ultimate happiness. She's the one who told me to follow my dreams and to think about myself. But I don't want a meaningless life. Without you, Lynette, there's no point. I don't care about humans or gods or whatever. You give my life meaning. Oh, Gill. Oh God, that's too much. His powerful emotional words made my heart leap. I mean, like, Mars can't, like, he can sit there with that stricken look on his face, but, like, if you compare him and Venus, it's kind of the same dynamic. Dad has a slightly disgusted expression on his face, but I felt so elated to hear him speak of me so. They said that love doesn't discriminate, which is true. Even though Gill is fixated to an unnerving extent, I'm still happy. My feelings for her will never change. I'll love her until the day I die. Even after death, my heart will still love her. So please, let me have your daughter's hand in marriage as your potential future son. Is he gonna just be like, go? Are we breaking through? Wait. Dad's shoulders were shaking and the ground rumbled in intense displeasure. Oh, he's not happy. Absolutely not. I forbid it. I will not let my daughter be yoked with one such as you, creep. Dad's fiery glare scorches the air between all of us. Then he took a stance with his axe in hand. Uh-oh. This is ominous music. The giant axe he wields is a divine artifact of Mars. As the god of war, Mars presides over anger, lunacy, fear, and the fog of war. His rage and anger will make him unstoppable. That is why Lord Jupiter dislikes him most among the Divine 12 Olympians. And right now, Dad is utterly pissed at Gill. Could this get any worse? Oh no, he's big. He's a tree. Oh, they did hint at this earlier. Too bad Venus isn't here to climb him like a tree. The more enraged Dad gets, the bigger in size he becomes. Right now, his feet are crushing the cobblestones beneath him. You just see his feet. It's funny that they drew feet for him, because, yeah, usually no Otome games, like, you just get the waist up, the portrait. Yeah, they drew a whole character for him. If you truly love Cupid and wish me to believe your words, then defeat me and take her. That's the way of the gods. It's just a man. Dad swings his axe in a sweeping arc. That slash destroyed all the pillars nearby. I have a feeling the other gods aren't gonna appreciate him wrecking the place, but he's just that intensely strong. The rage of the god of war simply cannot be quelled by a human from below. I honestly don't want to fight you, sir, but if that's what saving her will cost me, then bring it on! She's coming home with me! No, Gill! He'll really kill you! Don't worry, I'll be fine! Gill laughs brightly and leaps back to the car that's still stuck in the side of the advent tree. Oh no. Humph. How expectedly cowardly of you. Your life will bring only distraction to my daughter. I will slay you now. Who says I'm running? I'm gonna fight you fair and square, but we're handling it the human way. Bumble Pig, let's go! Gill slams his finger into a button hard, and the next instant, something amazing happens. The car began to transform before your eyes. It is like Transformers. Oh no. The tires move to the side and a metal rod starts to extend out of the chases. The doors of the car open and suddenly arms pop out of it too. Look like some sort of demonic metal god, but actually I've seen this before. Oh no, they actually made a sprite for it! What the heck? Is this the Transform car? Oh no. That's what... This is not normal. That's one of Gill's favorite Sillywood series. He's always loved it because of the transforming cars. Transform cars! I've only seen this in the movies, but truth is stranger than fiction. The car is transforming right before my very eyes. What manner of trickery is this? Behold, the fruits of humanity! This is a robot born from mankind's wicked ingenuity, sir! Ha! A human-made life form? Very well, let's see how far your robot can get you. Too bad Lynette doesn't have her golden arrow, or else she would be able to make Mars fall in love with the robot. Bring it! Gill's Gill's robot strikes a pose. Gill's robot and my towering father both lunge forward at the same time. Okay, flying away. Oh no! I hope this isn't too loud. How long is this gonna go for? The slam of the impact created a massive shockwave that nearly blew me away. I throw my hands in front of my face. Yet neither Gill nor Dad fell. Humph, you're tough for a mere mortal human. I knew this might happen, so I made Bumble Pig with some rare metals for extra strength. Wait, Gill knew this would happen? What does that mean? Was he like... Wait. He didn't like think he was gonna have to fight Lynette's father like within a day, right? Where did he get all this stuff? I wanted to chide him for watching too many movies, but honestly, Gill had a point in this very specific case. Take that! Too slow! The robot's fist and the War God's fist collide. A shockwave rippled from the impact, making the entire atmosphere shudder and shake. Relent, mortal! Give it up and yield! Never! I'll never let her go! She's the only one for me! Gill unleashes twin punches from both arms and Dad receives them with no damage. This is... Oh man, what world is this? This is all a movie. Where's the cameras? Dad grabs onto the robot's fist and delivers a downward strike. Oh no! You made my daughter cry? Ha! You'll only cause her strife by remaining at her side. Dad was preparing to stomp on Gill's robot. But Gill quickly recovers and delivers an uppercut to Dad's chin. Sir, your concerns aren't an excuse to keep her locked up. That's not protecting her at all. I thought by protecting her from everything, I was caring for her, but I wasn't even thinking about her feelings. They're just punching. I was too forceful with my affections. It took me so long to realize I wasn't considering her own perspective. If you know you've a deficit like that, then why didn't you remove yourself from her life before? Because I love her, and I know she loves me back. That's why I'll never let her go. I'll do my best to never hurt her again. I swear it. when Gill and Lynette woke up in the morning, I don't think they were expecting this. I'll never lie. And I'll be honest. If you still doubt me, sir, then I'll swear as much as you need. Let me love her, please. Lynette, I love you. Gah. Oh, he won! Gill strikes, lands a critical hit on Dad, knocking him back. Just imagine, like, you want the girl you love, you better be prepared to get into a freaking robot and battle him to single combat for her hand. He smashes into a pillar and quickly Dad gets buried by the rubble from the crumbling roof. Gill's robot drops to one knee. I can see sparks sputtering at the joints. Seems that unleashing all those powerful punches at Dad deteriorated its elbow joints. Gill! Gill comes out of the cockpit of the robot. I run towards them at full tilt. Lynette! Gill falls into my open arms, completely fatigued. I haul him up and notice he was drenched in sweat. Gill, are you okay? Are you hurt? Yeah. My head's just pounding. Is that it? You humans are truly so fragile. Oh, he's not done yet. No! Gill's body in my arms, I turn around and see Dad getting up. He doesn't seem to have suffered any injuries. In fact, he walks towards us while still carrying his giant axe. Dad, no! Please don't kill Gill! Gill tries to stand up, but he's too exhausted to move. Stop it, Dad! I want to spend my life with him! Don't you dare hurt him! I hug Gill closer to me and plead to Dad to understand. Gill was breaking out in a cold sweat and was still on his knees. Dad hovered above us, glaring down at us both. This kind of reminds me of the Little Mermaid, like, with like trident, like looming over Ariel and Aang. He was like, and then like Ariel's just like, but Daddy, I love him. He's like, gasp. Human, how do you survive to enter our realm? I flew here using my car. Humans cannot last at that high an altitude. You suffer sickness when you ascend too quickly. Did you not know that? I knew that, but I wanted to get here as soon as I could. He's merely just suffering from altitude sickness, getting to heaven. What? But I'm doing fine. That's because you're a god, daughter. When you go to the human realm, you become like them. Up here, your godhood is returned. But this man before us is a mere mortal human. Ascending to Celestia will naturally make him ill. We gotta get him down then. You knew that and still came here, human? Yes. If I took too much longer, I was afraid I would lose you. And yet you fought me in so frail a state. Even I, the god of war, was stripped up by your actions. Is he appreciating Gill? Is he impressed? Dad extends his hand out and touches Gill's robot. So this is a tool born from humanity. Dad sighs, his voice sounding quite impressed. For some reason, his expression turns sad, yet there's kindness in his eyes. I haven't been to the human realm in so long. Seems humanity has evolved quite a bit. Back during the Trojan War, the most you humans could muster was a wooden horse. He's gonna bring that up again. Dad mumbles those thoughts to himself. For the first time since my return, he laughed. Boy, I understand your fighting spirit. This I yield. Dad! Dad! I am not your dad, boy. Plus, do not celebrate just yet. My darling daughter Cupid, if you choose to yoke yourself to a human, you cannot return to Celestia. Do you understand that? We kind of already did. What? Dad, are you telling me the truth? Yes. To fall for a human will make you human, and strip you of your role as Cupid, god of romance. Do you wish that? There's no reason for me to hesitate. With all my heart, yes. I lived in Celestia for such a long time. I've never counted the years, but I'm sure it's been long enough for a multitude of nations to rise and fall. But I only ever felt alive when I went to the human realm for the first time. No, not just the human realm. I only felt that way when I was by Gill's side. I want to spend my life with Gill. I don't care about my godhood. Gill Lovecraft, are you prepared to shoulder such a commitment with her? Yes, if that's your true wish. I'll protect her with my own willpower and hands. Her, and her heart as well. Your fragile mortals is quite convincing. Dad heaves a sigh and looks at both Gill and I. 'Tis probably for the best. It is not the duty of a father to protect Cupid's heart. That duty belongs to you, human. I leave my beloved daughter in your hands. Dad turns away from us. I thought I saw his shoulders shudder a little. In that moment, I heard light footsteps come running towards us. It's the goddess of beauty, Venus, my mother. Where were you earlier? Mom! Oh my. I was wondering where all the commotion was. It seems our daughter will be taken away by a human boy. Correction! I gave her away to a human boy! Oh my dearest Mars, why do you weep? I'm not weeping! It seems our beloved daughter is becoming our independent daughter. Oh, what an interesting soul your vehicle has. There's so many strands of fate wound within it. I'm glad you managed to convince your father, Eros. I wish you all the best below. Leave your blubbering father to me. Oh, thanks, Mom. I wish nothing but the utmost happiness for my beloved daughter. Be sure to send me an invitation to the wedding, dear. Mom waves at us airily with one hand and locks arm with Dad. Now let us go, my love. Parents should toast in celebration when their daughter is married instead of crying. Cupid! My once frightening dad is sobbing openly in front of Mom. Even though we're not family by blood, they really do love me as if I was their own daughter. Gods and humans are quite similar. We have things more precious than blood relations. We should, head back home. Yeah, we need to, Gill, we need to get you to the correct altitude. Yeah, thanks for coming to my rescue, Gill. Well, thank you for choosing me. We press our foreheads together as we continue sitting. Then we gently pecked a kiss to each other's lips. I felt my Cupid's bow necklace fall from my neck. It held my leaden arrow and bow. This was proof of my godhood. I'm sure this only came off because I fell in love with a human. I suppose this is goodbye to my entire life here. I take a deep breath of Celestia air and take Gill's hand. Then we get into the car. This extremely unique car was born from Gill's dreams and wishes. Together we ride it back to the place where we belong. Together. Love letter rush. Do I want to keep going? I want to kind of keep going. There's still a few more chapters. They might be short though. I feel like this is like we're winding down now. Robot fight over. I think I'll include this chapter. Slowly we meander through the sky. I wonder what people below see. Maybe they're spreading rumors of a UFO sighting as we head back towards the human realm. Finally, we returned home. I'm back! We're home! I wonder if Clarice is here. I look around and open my eyes wide. Everything's a mess! I wonder if we were victims of a burglary. I turn around to Gill, who had a guilty look on his face. Did he like turn the place upside down looking for Lynette? Sorry. I made this mess. What? Why? On the day you disappeared, I turned the apartment upside down looking for any hint of where you'd gone. And I, kind of left things a wreck. Sorry, I'll clean everything up ASAP. You can go rest. I'll help. In fact, I want to help. I smile agreeably at Gill and he blushes in return. This time he didn't push back. He simply returns my smile with his own and nods. Yeah, let's clean up together. Yeah. Together. I love the sound of that 3-syllable word. It's important to take care and give care. I don't want to be overly pampered and constantly protected though. That's why I'm so glad to be able to help Gill clean. This goes here and that goes there. I helped Gill clean up the room one item at a time. As we work, I noticed some documents I don't recognize. What are these? The chapter's called Love Letter Rush. I wonder if you found some embarrassing letters. I flipped through and skimmed the documents just to make sure they weren't trash. I realized that it was Gill's work stuff. Gill Lovecraft, author of a soon-to-be-published book? Gill, what's this? Huh? He takes a stack of papers from me and his eyes go wide. Oh, this is, Gill, this is amazing! You're gonna be a published writer, an author! Thanks, but I'm still wondering if it'll go okay. Huh? Why? It's all just letters that I've written up until now. They think I should publish them, but they're love letters I wrote to you. It's okay. Yeah, it'd be weird to put them in the car magazine, but yeah, I guess if they're their own book. It's kind of odd to see just like a collection of love letters, but like people do that. It's not like my cup of tea. My grandma did something like that. Like she wrote like a book of poems. I don't know if it's like... We have like a copy here. It's so old. It's a really old book of poems. But yeah, I don't think it's like in publication anymore. Love letters? To me? Yeah, I have quite a lot of them, including all my drafts. You never read any of them? No, I haven't, but I've also never received one. What? But I thought I gave you the one in that textbook I borrowed from you back in college. I'm gonna finally realize that that was a bad idea to put that letter in that textbook without directly addressing it. Are you real? Very much so. But I don't have any memory of receiving a letter like that. Then I think about what Claris said. Yep. Somehow got in Claris's possession. It's a letter that Gill wrote as part of the matchmaking seminar. Did you receive a letter like this back in school? Nah, I don't remember something like that. Well, wait, hold on. I do kind of remember a really overbearing letter. Really? Yeah, hold on. Yeah. I remember I got something like that back then for sure. Then I win our bet because that letter has got to be from Gill. Wait, what? It was from Gill? I thought it was from someone at Cutie's Diner. Wait, really? Yeah, because it was already in my bag. Gill wouldn't have the guts to slip something into a girl's bag like that. Gill's words in my conversation with Claris jogged my memory. I remembered one possibility. Back at college, I often lent my textbook to Claris. She often went out late, so she didn't come back home to get her own books. There are also loads of times that I lent them to Gill, who quickly passed them back to Claris. In other words... Wait, you said that letter was in a textbook? Yeah, it was that romantic psych one. The class that we had to use Professor O'Connor's book for. Professor O'Connor's romantic psych textbook? You stuck it in that? I sure did. Do you, remember now? I do. In fact, I frequently lent that textbook to Claris. I often lent that book to both of them, actually. Gill always said he wanted to read it, and Claris needed it for her supplemental exams. Once, she even mentioned the letter with no sender in her bag. She claimed it was from a Cutie's Diner customer, so she just tossed it. But she also said it was very similar to your style. Hesitantly, I showed Gill the picture I took of his love letter. He slapped his hand to his forehead and heaved a sigh. So, that's what happened. Caused so much grief due to a misunderstanding. Well, I should have known. You would never ignore a letter if you knew it was from me. So none of my letters ever reached you. Unfortunately, that seems to be the case. For a moment, we stared at each other, then we burst out laughing. Somehow, we always end up taking the long way around when it comes to getting to the point. I looked directly into Gill's eyes. Let's see. Let's select this option. I want to read that love letter. Although Claire's threw it in the trash, apparently. I'd like to know what's in the love letter. Can you read it to me? Sure. I did write it for you after all. It's gonna be a lot of sweet nothings. It's gonna be so embarrassing. I hope you won't laugh at what I wrote. It's all stuff from college. There's some embarrassing stuff in there. I promise I won't laugh. After all, you wrote those letters thinking of me, didn't you? Hearts. Aw, so sweet. So romantic. I tilt my head as if asking a question. Gill blushes. Gill then goes and picks up a box from the corner of the room, looking quite sheepish. I couldn't risk the movers seeing what was inside, so I brought it myself. They're all in here. I take the lid off the box. Inside are dozens of letters stacked in piles. So old school. People don't do that anymore. They don't write love letters to each other. Oh, how sweet. I like how it's in a birthday card, though. Wow, there's so many. Are all of these for me? Yeah. I only managed to attempt to give you one of them, but I write them anytime my feelings surged. That's amazing. I picked up one of the letters and opened the envelope. Inside was Gill's distinct handwriting and his love towards me. I love you. I want to be with you. You have my heart. I want to protect you. I want to care for your every need. You're the only one for me. I can hear Gill's voice as I take in those words. Gill uses a multitude of phrases to express his love for me, and to me. At times he sounds like a poet composing a sonnet. Then he's straightforward and direct. Other times he uses metaphors. Gill has an infinite amount of words for an infinite amount of feelings. The more I read, the more I can tell he treasures me. Those words were just a drop in the bucket. And if what Gill said to me was a drop, then this is a flood of love. Truly, this was just the tip of the iceberg, in terms of Gill's love. Beneath the surface was even more than I could see. The warmth of his love enveloped me, and I felt so happy that I could cry. I almost did. I've never witnessed such a dedicated, true love. I didn't know that love could be so earnest and pure either. Gill, the lovelorn parasite. Gill, the man who is driven by his nearly infinite love to chase me all the way back to Celestia. But his love is what made me so happy. Oh no! I didn't want to make you cry. Ugh. I guess this is kind of creepy of me, huh? No, that's not it. I'm just so happy. My tears plopped down onto the letter. Gill, I love you. I love you so much. And you gave me so much love in return, even though I never noticed. In the letter Gill wrote, even if you never noticed my feelings, I'll always love you. That made my tears flow faster. Thank you for always loving me, no matter what, Gill. I'm sorry I didn't know how you felt about me. Lynette. Gill reaches out to me and cautiously wraps his arms around me in a gentle embrace. Where his hands touched, I felt warm. It was the warmth of my love towards Gill, burning inside me. Of course, sweetheart. I didn't fall in love with you expecting something in return. I just loved you so much. I couldn't hold all these emotions back anymore. I look up to see Gill's gentle gaze. His eyes radiate kindness and affection. He got a fixated gaze that walks the fine line between love and lunacy. I used to be intimidated by how he looked at me. I felt like a little like prey. But now there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Gill, I want you to use these for your book. Then everyone can see how much love you have for me. This be so embarrassing. Oh my, everyone will know. That still won't change my love for you. But if you feel that way, then I might actually consider using them. I'll even dedicate the book to you. Gill smiles and bares his teeth in a huge grin. Once again, he's walking that fine line between love and lunacy. Yet, I love Gill so much that I feel like I'm walking that same line with him. I smile in return. Gill, you'll always have eyes for me. Of course, so don't doubt my love for you. You're the only one in my heart in the whole wide world. Oh, smooch. How cute. Gill's warm breath ghosts over my lips. That leads to us kissing again. I might overwhelm you with my love one day, but I can't hold back now that I have you. We kiss while he runs his fingers through my hair. Gill's kind eyes and earnest words haven't changed, even though he knows I'm Cupid. His eyes are as honest as when we had that blue cheese flavored kiss. No matter what happens between us, Gill continues to love me ceaselessly. I closed my eyes and felt love envelop me. Little by little, our kisses became deeper and more passionate. I wrapped my arm around Gill's neck. I wanted to demonstrate that my love for him could be just as strong as his own. Oh, sweet. Aha, you're back, Clarice. Wow. Looks like Mission Love Cupid was a massive success. I played Cupid for those two. It was a pretty tough job though. She never even looked like she was falling in love. Okay, so she was the one trying to get Gill and her together. But I'm glad to see them together. Looks like my job is done. Who is she working for though? Goodbye, Gill and Lynette. Not into your third willing, so I'm out. Take care, you crazy kids in love. So she just disappears in a poof of smoke. Oh, poor Claire's. There should be a Claire's ending still. The day after returning from Celestia, I'm back to work. I apologize for being absent without prior notice. I got almost kidnapped. I ran back home. I was in house arrest. I was prepared for the worst upon my arrival at the office. I even desperately bowed an apology to my boss. At the time I left the human realm, all I was thinking about was abandoning my life here for Celestia. But now that I have to live as a human being, I have to worry about things like my social standing and professional reputation. The first thing I offered up was an apology, but... You put in your time already. It's logged in the system. Huh? Actually, you're still technically off today, according to the records. My boss showed me the pay time off request. Indeed, it said that I was returning to my parents due to familial matters. Okay. Wait, who did it? He didn't do it. No way! This can't be real! What the heck is going on? Who did this? Then I looked at the handwriting and noticed something. The letters have a slight tilt. This is definitely Clarice's handwriting. Aw. She's like, that girl has our back the whole time. She even expected us to come back, so she's like, I better put in this pay time off request so she doesn't get in trouble. What faith! What a great friend! I'm sad that she's like probably just gone forever after like we fall in love with someone. Come to think of it, there was a period of time where I couldn't contact Clarice. She also hasn't come home and she's not here. Can you end my pay time off request from tomorrow? The issue with my family has been resolved, so I can return to work. Sorry, but no can do. You've been working too hard anyway, so you need the rest. I'll get yelled at if you don't, you know. You've been accumulating too much time off. I understand. I'm sorry for getting on your case when you came all this way. That being said, don't come back until that date, okay? Apparently I had an entire month off. I was in Celestia for quite some time, leaving me with one more week. Wow. And it's all paid? What benefits? That's awesome. Oh well. I've never had a day off since I started working for Cupid Corp. I was so focused on rising up the corporate ladder that I rarely took the time to myself. I suppose I should just be happy for a break. Well, alright then. If you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. I politely bow again and leave my manager's desk. But what's going on here? Why would Clarice request paid time off without my permission or knowledge? I feel like she knew that I wouldn't be coming back home for quite some time. Claire should be here today in the systems development. I'll go ask her directly. But no one seems to remember Clarice working here. What's happening? Did she got spirited away? Uh-oh. For some strange reason, none of our coworkers remember Clarice working here. Yeah, makes her seem like a truly magical being. Clarice? Who's Clarice? Clarice Tia? I don't remember a member by that name. Do you have it right? Even when I explain who Clarice is, all I get are confused responses and empty stares. But she developed the whole Cupid system. Don't they wonder who, like, owns that code? Like, I don't know, they just, like, shrug. We always had it. Thankfully, there are some people who do remember, but... Male colleague A. Clarice? Oh, you mean that super sexy chick? Yeah, I remember her, because we slept together. But wait, was that real? Male colleague B. Clarice? Come to think of it, when she comes by, I always have a wicked weird dreams. But I always wake up refreshed. Oh no. God, with her whole male colleagues. All I'm getting are these incredibly strange remarks. Weird dreams? Strange dreams? They all sound like the dreams Gill told me about before. She's a succubus. She's been doing stuff in their dreams. Anyway, putting that aside, seems that Clarice had completely disappeared from Cupid Corp without a trace. The only clue left was all these rumors about strange dreams from the male employees that remembered her. In fact, all of the female staff had forgotten Clarice completely. It's as if she was spirited away, just like how Raoul described it. According to our reports, people who are successfully spirited away seem to be forgotten by everyone who knew them. Perhaps Clarice is some kind of god. Or demon. I don't know. I've never seen her in Celestia, right? I have a feeling she's... probably not a god. Probably something else. Probably something similar to Alan. Yesterday on my way home, Gill mentioned that it was Clarice who taught him how to access Celestia. Normal humans would not know that kind of thing, though Clarice and I have always been on the same wavelength too. Sometimes I get the feeling that Clarice can see Chi too, even though he's supposed to be invisible to humans. There are those strange dreams that Gill had whenever Clarice was home. He and all of those male employees said the same thing. I think I might have read something about a phenomenon like this before. Whether a god or fairy or whatever, Clarice probably wasn't human either, now that I think of it. I should ask Auntie about this. I know I can't return to Celestia, but if I use my phone to contact her... In that moment, I reached for my necklace, but suddenly remembered that it was gone. It fell off after I fell in love. Hold the phone! I completely forgot about my golden arrow! That's right. I left the golden arrow back in the apartment when I rushed back to Celestia. I had to think that it's gone, even though I'm no longer a god. Dad will descend down in another rage if he finds out. Lucky me, it's my day off today. I better hurry up and figure things out. I grab my bag off of my desk and hurry back home. However... Ugh, it's not here! You did clean up the place. Oh, Clarice's room is still here. Not here either! God, it's not here at all! I search every nook and cranny. Every cranny at home, but nonetheless, I can't find that matchmaking arrow. What happens when a god or even a former god loses their divine artifact? I don't know. What happened in the other routes? It just fell off. You didn't think about it before. I don't know what the consequences I'll face. All I know is that I'll definitely get yelled at. Only the 12 Olympians and those above have that knowledge. The lower gods simply do as they're told. Oh gosh, what do I do? I was completely at a loss, but then I heard the front door open. I'm back! Lynette, are you home? Oh, Gill! I look at the clock and realize that it's around the time Gill would return home. I quickly run up to him to get to the bottom of things. Gill, do you know where that necklace of mine with the golden arrow on it is? You know, the one I was always wearing. My voice was thick with tears. Gill cried out in shock. Then he glances away anxiously. Well... Oh gosh, sorry. I kind of, sort of... Maybe use that necklace to power the car. The car? Is it still on the car? Gill took me to the car he created to bring me back from Celestia. It's, right here. Gill pointed at the hood. The Cupid's bow was stuck on it like it was glued there. It's like a hood ornament. What? Why is it stuck to your car? Well, you see, I used the latent energy stored in this arrow as fuel to get me to Celestia. Actually, some pretty amazing chemical reactions occurred. However, they kind of fused the arrow with my car. Meaning it won't come off? Exactly. Mind you, I did try messing around with it to try and remove it, but... Whoa! Why is it honking at me? Well, Bumblebee doesn't want me to remove the Cupid's bow. Oh no, we have a sentient car. Pardon me, but the car told you that? Does it talk with the radio as well? Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the arrow, but sometimes it moves on its own and even talks to me through the radio, just like Transformers. Okay. Wait, it can talk via radio? Just like little weird phrases and stuff. Hello. It really talked. Actually, I thought it would figure out why it could talk if you saw it, but I guess even you don't know why, huh? I didn't know that Cupid's bow could do this. This is amazing. And it's kind of cute. I gently stroked the car and honked in return. It really is a real-life Transform car, just like in the movies. Just gonna accept it. Wow, I guess this car really is your partner, Gill. Seems like it. That's why I don't think I can remove the arrow anymore. Is, that okay? Well, to be honest, I'm not sure, but I think it'll be fine. This is just a divine artifact. I mean, the gods have been dealing without it for the past 6 years. It's just like, it just forces humans in love. So I'm a little worried. I'll text Angie and see what she thinks about Cupid's bow and what to expect. If there's a problem, Lord Jupiter or even Dad might come down to the human realm and rip the arrow out of Gill's car. Wait, didn't you say you were working late today? Why did you come home early? Oh, well, actually, I explained how Claris put in a pay time off for me and then just vanished. Gill looked confused. It's like she was spirited away. Come to think of it, when Claris told me that you were Cupid, she suddenly vanished. What? Seriously? Seriously? Maybe Claris isn't human as you suspected. Still, she's your friend regardless of who or what she is. You're right. Even if Claris isn't human, she is still a wonderful friend and is incredibly kind. That'll never change. Claris has always been supportive of Gill and I. She even looked out for me and requested paid time off so I could return at any time. I don't know where Claris is now, but no matter where she is, we'll always be best friends forever. Still, my pay time off means I have another week of vacation. Oh, really? Well then, let's go out on a date. I'm taking the day off tomorrow, so we've got plenty of time. Oh, really? I was asked about my absence, so I told them that I made a whole car to rescue my beloved. Then I was told to take time off. They're just like, Gill, you're crazy, go home. I guess hearing something like that would be enough to make someone worry. Well, most people wouldn't build an entire car to go rescue their partner. And truth be told, if someone who didn't know the situation heard Gill say that, they'd probably think he was delirious. That company's full of strange characters. I just signed the contract for the love letter book. They'll handle all the design. Oh, that's excellent news! It's actually kind of embarrassing. Everyone was so shocked when they saw the letters. It made me look like some big shot author. But even with all the fuss, I'm still happy. I've always loved putting pen to paper when it comes to my thoughts. I'm so happy for you, Gill. Thanks. Gill looks at me and quietly smiles. Our hands touch while resting on the hood of his car. Gill kisses me. Then the car radio bursts to life. This time for the 5 o'clock news! Oh! The sound of the radio surprised us and we jumped apart. Even though we kissed so many times, Bumblepig's interruption made us feel so awkward for some reason. Well, what's up, Bumblepig? Things were just getting good, you know. Wait, isn't your car's voice different from the voice earlier? Oh yeah, it's the actual radio, but I think Bumblepig must have triggered it. The car honks its agreement. I stroked the car again. The radio volume increased. Next on the news! Oh, Galen Lovecraft of Lovecraft Industries, also known as LCI, has resigned from his post as VP. He held a press conference. Excuse me? Wait. What? More drama. Galen is resigning? What happened? We never shot him with the arrow. We look at each other. Gill's phone buzzed and his expression grew tight as he looked at the screen. Who is it? It's my father. Gill's hesitance about picking up the phone is obvious from his glare. But in the end, Gill did the adult thing and answered the phone. Hello, Father. Oh, Gill, I'm glad you picked up. Have you heard the news about Galen resigning as VP? I just heard the news on the radio. What happened? Well, it's not good to talk about things over the phone. Are you in Los York at the moment? Yes, but I'm busy. I'm about to go out on a date. A date? Gill, I'm sorry, but this is an emergency. I'm in Los York on business. We need to meet and talk. Pardon, but I said I was heading out on a date. Father, were you listening? Gill responded with an irritated edge in his voice. Gill's relationship with his father is poor because he's a workaholic. That's why Gill left and might even hang up. Gill, I'll be okay. Do what you need to do. I whispered those words into his ear. Gill's lips puckered up in dissatisfaction and his irritated expression remained. But our date... Gill seems to become more childish when it comes to talking to his family. It's as if time is frozen for him. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to talk things through with your father as equals. I hope you can get through to him. He might regret leaving things as is if he doesn't take this chance to clear the air. Yet even if they finally see eye to eye, they can't make up for lost time. In a way, it's the same as Gill and I. Ugh, fine. Well, where are you right now? Excellent, I knew you'd see sense. I'm at the hotel restaurant on 9th Avenue. Let's discuss things further over dinner. Alright, but I'm bringing my girlfriend along with me too. The phone clicks off while Gill is still speaking. Then he turned to me with irritation flashing in his eyes. He's always like this. He just bulldozes through anyone, and that's not him. He just bulldozes through anything anyone that's not him has to say. That's why I don't want to open up to him. He'll probably just ignore my feelings, insult me, and reject everything outright. I can empathize with that. Much the same. I was much the same. I ran away from home to show up my stubborn dad. I nodded my agreement and Gill let out a soft laugh. But you were able to find equal ground with your own father. I mean, you had to get a robot to do it, but... So I'll try to do the same. Hopefully we'll meet in the middle. Hopefully you don't have to fight him too. I didn't get the chance to finish saying it, but I told my father that you're coming with me. Do you mind? Are you sure it's okay for me to be there? I want you to be there. And I want to introduce you to my father. I don't want him to decide who I can and can't love, too. Good point. Knowing Gil's father, he might have already known someone in mind for him, depending on how things go. Turns out, human fathers and godly fathers are one and the same. Once they think they're right, nothing can change their minds. We were both still so young when we ran away from home to start our lives. But Gill and I have grown up some since then. I think we'll be okay. Alright, partner. Looks like you're coming with. Well, there's no one I'd rather go with then. We're off to meet your father. Alright, gotta tie up those loose ends. Alright, next chapter. A Baltimore love song. Oh, screech. Alright, now it's definitely time to take a break. So, yeah, next episode, we will probably finish the ending. It looks like I only have like 2-3 chapters to go. If they end up being short, then we'll probably lump in the normal and the bad endings together, and that'll be Gill be wrapped up. Wow. Already. This route was funny. I liked it. Alright, let's save. Okie doke. I hope you guys are having a fun time with this, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.